Hey, So, what's the point? It's a con. They don't want us to know the truth.
Just got a new job, a new apartment, so things are looking up.
It is a relief to know that the Terramorphs are being dealt with. But are you sure this Asili's creature is...
All right, but if you change your mind, let me know.
Where Terramorphs are concerned, I do not believe there is a way to remove risk from the equation. Perhaps an experimental microbe has its own risks, but what of the risks to who knows how many... It is too soon to know, and at least something is being done. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around is a good idea. It seems an additional, unnecessary... I do not think some potential future use outweighs the risk it poses now. I find it even more concerning that the United Colonies will keep this information secret. They have enough power already. They do not need this in there. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us. And you
have my attention. Watch for corners or hiding spots. Better than we do. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship. Any adventure you can fly away from.
Welcome
Is
aboard
that
the
how the saying
UC
goes?
Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I... I'm not authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the UC's arsenal. Yeah, listen to him, carefully. The commander's a one-and-done kind of officer. In other words, he hates to repeat himself. Other than that, just observe standard military decorum, and it should keep you from serving any time on the ship's cleaning detail. Understood? If you'd follow me... So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn, that must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Hey. I haven't seen my family in a while, but the mission takes priority. Yes. What?
I'd like to brief you on the mission, so please. Ah, there you are. Commander Kidwe Kande. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about... Excellent. Then let's get right to it. This is the operations center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. We are currently in the Sol system, in deep orbit around Phobos. Which is precisely why we're taking a more... We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us in... The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed... She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Sersha won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything. Eager to get going? Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, as an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance. That's what I wanted. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some serious... She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with it. While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with... It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while do what you have to do. I'm not advocating violence. I'm merely urging you to wait. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do. That's easy to answer. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Good luck.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Well, since it isn't every day we stumble across a criminal's fully written confession, we need to build a case. The more evidence we acquire, the stronger our case becomes. And knowing the Crimson Fleet, they'll leave... I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble across... You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown... You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. What? No. It's personal. It has nothing to do... Yes, of course. And your actions? Speaking of which, that reminds me of something else you need to know. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. Well, that's just it. You're not career military. And speaking frankly, you're completely out of pocket during this operation. You'll be paying for your own supplies. So, if I were you... It's not generous, it's motivational. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, that should do it. Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequence. Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences. That's a fine point, but in my defense, I was under orders to make sure we weren't pulling some kind of psycho. And honestly, there are far bigger things at stake. Let's just stick to the job at hand and maybe... We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. We'll be here if you need us.
Okay, hello. Excuse me.
Howdy.
Yes?
Pardon.
Orders came down. Some new science division policy. Everyone on board's to look out for heat leeches. Consider yourself informed.
Hello.
The interior of this ship comforting.
Do you need me for something?
What did you need?
eyes peeled for signs of terramorph activity.
Yeah, hey, you looking for anything in particular? Cool. Yo, stay good out there.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Here's an idea. Why don't you shout that louder so everyone at UC... Either show me what you're trying to unload or get the hell out. I'm not talking price until I know. Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though.
If the Trade Authority is not interested, that says a great...
No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak 1 kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well... You got a point there, love.
Just demand the extra credits up front next time. These games are juvenile and tiresome.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure. Yes?
How's it going? Can I help you?
So we'd struck oil, but it turns out...
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single you... Okay. Okay. Yeah. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us. Pipe down! What the hell's the matter with you? You want to get us both... Look, I don't know what that big-mouth Saoirse told you, but I keep who I run with a secret. Now, do you want my... You're a clever one. Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. Right down to business!
I see no good reason why we should have any extra dealings with the likes of you.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of... He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on a second. No one said anything about killing. All I said... His name's Carl Fielding. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look.
Yes? But that doesn't mean we haven't kept up.
Just passing through? We're here to stay.
Peace be with you. Horace and I may disagree on matters of faith, but we both try to do what we... Why, hello there. What can I help you with? Have you come to seek assistance from the House of Enlightenment? We're here to serve the Cydonia community. While we don't have a belief in a greater power, we have faith in humanity that people will always... As a community, we come together to help those in need. Food, shelter, basic amenities. Yes, the Enlightened serve as a community-centric institution, much like... For it's the community and faith in one another which is important. We'll always be here if you need some. Actually, before you go, would you mind helping me out with something? I was debating with... He believes that faith in a higher power is what inspires... I say that more people do good without any... What do you think? Good point. Though I wonder if I had told you I would reward you for your time, would you have had the same response? You've inspired me to try a little... I'll have to ask more people, both with and without rewards offered.
Reminder, please report any incidents of heat leeches to ship services.
There's nothing like seeing old soul coming through the big window in the morning.
Hi, welcome to Jane's, Sidonia's only 100% independent one-stop shop. I apologize if I'm a little distracted. I'm currently dealing with a little issue, but... Yep, that's me on the sign. Jane. I operate one of the few independent, non-franchise... I've scrimped and saved for years to... Literally, when I started, it was barely a kiosk, and I was selling loose machine parts, scrap metal, and my hope one day is to keep expanding to other planets. I've already got... Lack of options, I suppose. I was born on Mars. I never knew my mum. My dad took good care of me, but he died when I was 14, so I had to fend for myself. Those years were the hardest. The shop began as a way to survive, and it's been successful, so I've stayed with it. You have no idea. Every time I feel like I'm getting ahead, something happens to knock... But unless you're some sort of merc... See, I saved up to get a new ship and hire a pilot. He was supposed to help run deliveries and bring in all sorts of... I can't find anyone willing to track him down. I'm worried some... If all else fails, I'm probably going to. That ship... I bought it from a sketchy dealer, because it was all I could have... So, you see... Yes, of course! I mean, I'll try to compensate you as best I can. The last signal I got from him was out near Triton. And try to bring them both back in one... I feel like I'm a bit in... Sure, I've probably got something... Not really. Last I know, Eric was piloting the... I know pirates sometimes get bold and venture into... Maybe he just ran out of fuel? Yeah, bye.
Watch out for the robots. They're surprisingly sneaky. Just a heads up. UC Science Division's apparently going to be coming through to search the leeches. Those little bastards are there.
Graffiti and other street art is not tolerated for civilians.
Is Mars treating you well?
I am told that the United Colonies Marines are very well trained. Not seen them in action, but I'm curious.
Error. Reading procedure 0.
Something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. What? Play what games? Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Oh, wait. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. Come on. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone.
Clearly, this man has never seen how hard I can.
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. Yeah, it's a lousy company. Hey, now, just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the Spear, Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate. What games? What? No way! I'm already working my fingers to the bone. I don't think so. Well? I suppose. Well, please, tell Adler I'm sorry.
Mining takes all types. Young upstarts,
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? He going to be a problem anymore? Well, damn. If you want to make a name for yourself in this... Still, you got my credit. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. You think you can handle running with my, That's what I'm talking about. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big one. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you, too.
It is good to be back.
Look who finally had the guts to show up. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good. You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grab. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little... There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him. This job isn't about the loot. But I suppose keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing... It's done when... Head back here when you're finished.
This Neva Mora, her words are measured and carry weight. She is not to be trifled with.
I've been tracking Rick for months. He's making it tough. He changes his location and identities, but you know what? It's worth every damn cred. Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he...
All right. And what are your I do not... That is Devil's choice. I do not even know. I do want to... It's true. I do not know him that well. And some of... I know you are right, but... All right. I will do it. What? Come on, Dimitri. You can't be serious. Austin, I am sorry. No, wait! What are you doing? God damn it, Dimitri!
That was clever, getting the pilot to complete your task. Assuming, of course, he actually killed him.
Austin is dead. You got what you will kindly cease.
I have things I wish to discuss with you when you have time.
Damn, Mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Wolf, wanna help me with some target practice? help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went. Now tell me about the Ragana. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out if you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole. I'm gonna Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about. And now that you know the deal, I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the creek. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Joining the Crimson Fleet is hardly a cause for celebration. But you have your reasons. So for now, I will allow it.
Be taking off immediately, or can we
Commander Ikande wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend in Organa. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
I haven't seen my family in a while.
We intercepted your exchange with the Ragana. We're trying to confirm if the pilot really did. But if so, what you did was on. I don't care how many you saved. I care that there was a casualty. We don't handle things around here by using murder as a tool. You've been hired to act like one of the fleet, but you can't get lost in a part. We still have rules that need to be. You're going to make me go through this again. Think before you act. Assess the situation and... The Crimson Fleet is motivated purely by material wealth. Bloodshed is typically a side effect of getting what they want. I believe you're fully capable of avoiding the need to take a life. But if it jeopardizes the mission, we'll evaluate. Well said. Let's hope the next time your action. Now I want to make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet. But there's an ethical line. Do something like this again, and you're out. But for now, we will continue. Then it worked. You're in. As distasteful as your methods were, at least you... Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Searsha was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Moore.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson. The woman has a record that could stretch across soul and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second. She's a force to be reckoned with. That's where you're wrong. You can believe in honor among thieves, but I'd venture they suspect everyone, and you just need to make sure you allay any suspicions they have. Staying with you. Do what you have to.
The Crimson Fleet has yet to leave us enough hard evidence to build a solid case against them. Be careful not to underestimate their intelligence.
So what's next for you? Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's mostly.
Exactly. The Crimson Fleet is not a monolith. Any information In any case, now that you're with the fleet, we will shadow you eventually. But we'll need to maintain our distance for now. Especially, this will also give us time to bolster our...
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers, and I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. Certainly, keep up the good work. We'll expect...
We don't have a full map of...
Duck where you like.
Get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rake getting cold feet. Fair enough. Glad to see you. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with. But all that aside, you made it. So now you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this state. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all. You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you, too.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
History time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. In you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. Over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
I hope
On the
you pay
right,
with credits.
you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova. We're both... Book serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official Reckoner for the... And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance, and it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
He is right. The pain he endures is proof.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first Reckoner to bear a bomb under my rib cage, but Delgado was smart enough to Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Nugent would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. None. Other than my chest and arm modifications. Is the interview over now? The perfect segue into my... Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have... I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround... If Neva's chosen wisely, we should... Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there.
All right, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
So, now that we are all here, the two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me. First. All right, let's get... When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it. You stay loyal, or you pay the cost. Boss. Good.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent... Since you two seem so eager to move forward, pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the... Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in this. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's Legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first...
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old... Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording. And not a lot of facts. Some of us believe...
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef. Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
It would seem that none of the...
I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able. Everyone is in mourning. After the shock of what happened faded, I have felt nothing. I have seen death. I have lost people. I am not sure I am making. I suppose that will have to do. I have things I am sorry. I am reminded of how different Constellation works. This is harder than... I am sorry. This is harder than I expected. I am reminded of how different Constellation works.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
We call UC Systef sharks, but to the fleet, they're just bait.
I am reminded of how different Constellation works. Compared to what I used to. Say the word, and we shall be on our way.
I have things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time. That ship will... like touching down on a cloud. Landing skills never cease to
Welcome back.
If you are free soon, could we talk? I am sorry. My head is swimming. This is harder than I expected.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
That is why we're here. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth...
Fine.
All right, listen up, because I am only going to go through this. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are... Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative. Oh, I don't know. I was really hoping for Do I have to spell everything out? Before he touched off the riots, Crick spent time behind bars at the lock. If he cooked up any sort of a plan about his leg... If that was supposed to be a joke, I am not...
Don't worry about laughing, Delgado. It'll be a goddamn laugh riot.
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, when you're on a job, you do. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be...
Yeah. Yeah, keep talking, Wiser.
Throttle it down, both of you. Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Fine, go on.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so...
I am reminded of how different Constellation works compared to what I'm used to. I am sorry. My head is swimming. I hope wherever you store that, the smell will not be an issue.
I make this look easy.
What? Lock and load!
Don't just stand there! Duck!
This is harder than I expected. I am sorry.
Here we are. The place where Jasper Griggs laid the ground. Around 5 years. Rumor says he started planning his escape. About 100 years ago, this icebox was a Originally, they just tossed prisoners onto the surface of Suvorov. But after people cried foul, they built this.
Yeah, he needs to get this thing open, like, right now.
Then crank up your suit heat, Mathis, because it's probably not going to get much better once... All right, let's keep moving. Let's hope it pays off. We are in. Let's go. First time I have been inside this part of the lock, so keep your eyes open. See anything unusual, pull it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Listen.
How many people did the UC stick down here, Dal?
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much, but it was better than trying to survive on the surface.
Much better. Even with the heating on, this place looks like a goddamn dump.
Now you know why the prisoners got fed up and looked to Griggs to lead them out of here.
And that's how the Crimson Fleet began. Yeah, we've all heard the story.
It's not a story, it's history. Remember that. Now. Registered the prisoners before transferring them to a cell block. Could you imagine being stuck under a ton of ice like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you hear that?
What the heck?
There you are! Who's next?
I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, and their buddies probably heard us firing from about a kilometer. If we weren't on this job with Delgado, I'd drop you for saying that.
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you in this. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of...
This is just great. The hell? The plan? Who gives a shit about... Let's face it, we're... Well, yeah, we'll get to that. For right now, we use this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for... I had a feeling you'd be on board. Okay, here's my plan. Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct, and there's information here about Crix's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be Are you crazy? I'm no rat for Delgado. And in case you missed it, that icefall trapped both of us in here. No way. We're going to be handing Neva leadership of the Crimson Fleet on a platter. I mean, come on. I'll bet you. Are you crazy? I'm no rat for Delgado. I'm busting the ass to become one of the Crimson... And in case you missed it, that icefall trap... Hell no. Come on, we both know anything we find here about the legacy is going to be... If Neva wants to spend the rest of her life chasing ghosts, let her! We got more important... Playing it safe, huh? But you better have me back when I make me move. Now, let's find a way... Those things are crawling right behind the walls.
Hello? Hello? Come on, we need these doors opened. Is anyone up there?
If this isn't enough to
Use
get
the
me into
intercom
the
up
fleet.
there if you can. Crap! Is this thing even on? Can either of you hear me? Damn it! Is anyone there? Waiting to hear back. Answer if you can. Crap, so the two of you made it, huh? Well, brush the dust off. We have obviously been cut off, so I need you to do two first. I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of the doors down here. And second, try and dig up whatever you can about Jasper Creek. I'll make it easy for you. If you find anything that says, Creeks, this really isn't that... Yeah? You'd better. And tell Mathis not to get any bright ideas.
Attention. Lockdown mode has been rescinded.
I thought we were going to be doing something fun, like rob a bank or something. What's that over there? Looks like there's a guard tower overlooking the cell block. We should check it out. The things I do to make money. I must be crazy. So have you thought about what I've said? Yeah, right. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, they've probably ripped him to shreds by now. Did the job. And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have to get our hands on. Well, just remember, when this all goes down, you better make... So, now that we've made it to the guard tower, what's... Keep doing what we've been doing. I suppose we should start off by searching the tower for the location of Crix's cell. If he stashed any useful information, it might... Cell D03118. Okay. That's a place to start, I guess. Less talking, more searching, right? UC must have burned some serious cash when they lost this place. Serves them right.
Today, I bumped into someone in the mess hall yapping about a ship carrying a fortune in credits. Today, I bumped into someone in the mess hall yapping about a ship carrying a fortune in credits. I know it's usually bullshit, but he seemed to have details. After striking up a conversation, I found out the ship was a Galbank transport named Legacy that went down in some remote system during the war. This is exactly the score I'd been waiting to find. I need to contact Carter to let him know it's time to get off this rock. He'll help the mining detail slip into the utility closet in the ventilation room. That's where we'll dig. Not up, but through. Right to the armory. Carter mentioned that security keeps rotating codes on all the terminals in the lock, so we'll have to coordinate this carefully. He'll help the mining detail slip into the utility closet in the ventilation room. That's where we'll dig. Not up, but through. Right to the armory. Carter mentioned that security keeps rotating codes on all the terminals in the lock, so we'll have to coordinate this carefully. For now, we'll continue using his locker in the showers area as a drop point for the code to the utility closet. By this time next month, I should be out of this dump and uploading those creds into my account.
Delgado was right. Cricks must have hit the Galbank transport and stashed away the money or something. Play this right. imagine how...
Okay, Carter. Confirming that the latest code to the utility room is 48611071. The mining crew tells me it'll take them a week to cut through the ice, so I'm giving you that long to square your end of the plan. When the tunnel reaches the armory, I'll get my people to start a riot. When you hear the fireworks go off, get your ass to the shuttle bay. We get one shot at this. If we play our cards right, this gets us one step closer to that fortune that went down with the legacy. You report any of this to the guards, well, you know what'll happen.
angry the prisoners were when they rioted. I would hate to have been one of the guards. While we're picking through the trash, we might as well grab some good stuff for ourselves.
Look at this dump. I can't imagine.
Is this an armory? Looks like they cleared this place out. Well, well, what do we have here? Give me a sec. This ought to come in handy. We actually gonna find something down here? Or is Delgado trying to get us killed? All right, let's keep moving.
continuing to go downhill. We've been dealing with heating malfunctions, communications issues with the key, faulty electronics, and unpredictable surface conditions. How this place manages to function at all is anyone's guess. No one's bearing the brunt of this more than the inmates. Normally, I wouldn't give a damn about them, but this is downright inhumane. I'm starting to get nervous that we're going to have a riot on our hands if conditions don't improve.
Like this was the warden's office.
I hope you found something because I am getting sick and tired. I knew it. Everyone said I was out of my mind.
Hey, what the hell? This is bullshit, Delgado.
That Mathis? Tell him to shut up.
Whatever.
Okay. Now, I'm looking at schematics for the lock, and I don't think there's a way to get you back to the surface from there. But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key. Don't worry about your ship. I will send some people down to get it. You just get your app. According to the schematics, there is an emergency evacuation exit. Then it's just a quick run across. Good answer. You're learning fast. Okay. Shuttle bay activated. Yup. That's got it. You have done a hell of a job, Rook.
Why the hell did you lie to Delgado about me? You didn't... Hey, come on. I was just looking out for both of us. I could have cut you out of the deal, but I... Look, about all that killing Delgado stuff. Now, let's...
wherever you go. What's next on the agenda? Saving the world. Saving the galaxy.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you. This is harder than I expected. I am reminded of how different Constellation works compared to what I am used to. I am sorry. My head is swimming. This is harder than I expected. I am reminded of how different Constellation works compared to what I am used to.
Yeah? What are you looking at? Nothing like the smell of a dead shark after you cook him with an energy blast.
Are you looking to start something? About it.
I always thought heat leeches were just pets.
Those mission boards aren't going to clear
Never considered trying
themselves.
to raise one as a pet. Imagine having your own
Very.
player morph.
You'll get. We don't care. You get caught. I'm constantly scanning for. You'll be given a target ship trend. Just be sure you have the. We have contacts throughout the settled system. Smuggling requires a. If you want to make. Speak to Jazz about that. She'll be. Good, because I do. Until next time.
Need something?
I hope you do not have any loose cred sticks. I fully expect you would find them missing when we leave here.
Every time I see Radley smile, I want to punch him in the face.
I hope Bug has something strong enough to knock me out.
There you are.
It's about time. I was about to fly down and loot your bodies.
Not now, Nick. Well, you said you found... That's it? Just one slate? After losing so much of our crew. It better be a map. Well, I'll be damned. Legacy wasn't referring to Grix's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport, probably loaded with grit.
Never heard any stories about a gal bank ship.
No, Neva. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search. And the recording that you found proves that it is out there. Let us start with what we know. Neva, weren't you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big wig...
Are you serious? I've been working...
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your scoring? That Starliner has a Galbank VIP.
Which means a gal bank exec will be aboard. We grab their credentials. Holy shit, that might actually work.
Pack your bags, Rook. And since you've earned it, take this gun with you. Might come in handy. Rokoff is... well, he's Rokoff. Lately, he has been using his long-hauling skills to captain a starliner for He has been trying to get his foot back in the door with us for years. But I'm not ready to let him. It's not what you're thinking. It's more of an office than... Once you're inside, you'll be able to gain access. Good. Because that... Neva and I are too well known to walk around the starliner without me. I need you to board that ship. Make contact with Rokoff. I see what you are getting at, Rook. Just be sure to get those credentials. Anything else of value, You know what? I'm gonna leave that entirely up to you. If you think he's come through for us, you can promise him he'll get paid. But if he gets in your way, you'd better. Oh, before you leave, I wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into consideration, and I've decided...
Honestly, I'm surprised he made it off Suvorov.
Because you're the one that finished the job. You followed orders, and you... As far as Mathis goes, I'm sure you had to drag him through the lock and prevent him from doing something. We'll see. That's it then. Next stop for you is Rokoff Starliner, the siren of the... And remember, Rokoff does not need to know anything about Grixis leg.
Hey, Rook. Before you head out, I need to have a word with you. Meet me at the last Nova.
You have any last questions about the job? Ask them now.
Wrap your business up with Mathis, then we'll talk. Wrap your business up with Mathis, then we'll talk.
Like I like my coffee. Scalding.
I am reminded of how different Constellation works.
Bug at the last Nova will be more than happy to take. So, looks like once again I'm Jim. Like Neva said, it may not be wider, but I can guarantee your ship will be in good. We got the best selection in the settle. Anything that keeps the UC, and just let me know when you want to talk. Sure. It's not like I'm busy keeping this run. Sounds like fun.
You put the fleet first.
You've got stuff to smuggle. No, but I've seen worse. Look. I've got plenty of goodies. Here to upgrade that ship of yours? Neva's mine, so don't be She may be a little rough around the edges, but there's no one. Truth is, of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if Delgado plucked me out of space. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after... Catch you later.
Hey, I want to talk. Thanks to you, Delgado's cutting me from the fleet. Well, you know what? You better get your own fleet, because I'm coming after you. Oh, I see. You think you're some kind of... Gonna show poor Mathis a little mercy now that you're Delgado's best buddy, yeah? Well, guess what? Your generosity is getting me kicked off the key. And that means... I stayed to give you a message that you better start looking over your shoulder.
If you mean to ambush us, telling us ahead of time makes it much more difficult.
Now get the hell out of me way!
If you are free soon...
I'm gonna make you regret this. I swear I will.
Maybe.
The fleet's the only family you need. There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole roll call from the siren. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers. So...
My friend's got a point, Bog. Every pirate in this joint comes to the Nova for a drink.
Seems to me...
Of course you'll get a cut. That's how everything works. Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of... At the event, they're gonna give away something called Earth Save. So it's simple. While you're on the siren, swiping those Galbait credentials, I want you to grab that award and bring it to me. From the pictures I've seen, the award is set with 12. If I get Jazz to take it apart, I can turn it into a hell of a lot. No. Dombrowski's only aboard to use the Gal Bank VI. I'm sure he'll be there partying with the others. And I'd prefer to have the money that... Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back with the ES award, either way, I get my money.
I suppose it is up to you to decide.
Yeah, ES, Earth. Come on. Yeah, ES. Come on. Keep up with me here. I got about 17 other things to do and you're holding me up. Yeah? And who do you think Delgado's gonna back in a dispute? All right, Rook, we're done here. Now, because that's exactly what you are. Beneath all of that, so get used to hearing that. Good luck.
I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able. If I have something I want.
Just need to unload some junk. Head to the depot.
I am reluctant to put that to the test. You told me that you believe in going it alone, as you put it. I feel I must honor that time with the truth. The little I have spoken of my history has been nothing but truth. I worked with smugglers. I have caused my share of pain. What I have left out, until now, is that all of that was done on behalf of House Varun. My people. My family. dismissive word. The faithless run to it so quickly. I was born in the great city of Dazra, and raised with the teachings of Jinan Varun. I underwent the rite of Krajar when I came of age. I am of the promised, those who know the truth of the great serpent and his... Thank you. I doubt many would see it. Several years ago, I intercepted requests from Constellation to access Varun's space. Speaking only of I was sent to infiltrate Constellation, posing as a former smuggler. That was the intent, yes. Several weeks after I arrived, I attempted to access secure records within Constellation's archives. Quite an I was horrified. My failure would be reported to the High Council. You are now the third person. You and I have spent so much time together. It has... Telling you this violates so many of the orders I was given. You have no idea what a relief.
We call UCC staff sharks, but to the fleet, they're just bait.
We may not have official security on that.
Stay the hell away from me. I've got nothing more to say to you.
Forgive me if I keep a knife at the ready while we are here.
Is Samina seeing anyone right now? Patience. I got a sore hip.
Hey.
Excuse me.
Word is the fleet has you chasing.
You're back.
One thing spookier than a pirate.
Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can pick up local communications chatter and use long range. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cup. Then things are moving forward.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? I understand your concern, but you can rest assured that every member of this crew has been thoroughly vetted. Any information that you turn over will not be leaving this ship until it's fully encrypted and... If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader. That's why you want to stay on his good side and stay away from Neva. Legacy. Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have
I have never heard of such a thing.
I'm surprised. I thought this was one of those tales that made it to every corner of the settled systems.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract... Well, we can solve that little mystery in about... Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this... What's your next move? Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Gal Bank would have to endure if they listed a loss? Doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money... That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Soup. In fact, when he returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was... Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact... We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest...
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Cricks was clever. For some reason. And let Neva Mora take his place. Or Shinya Voss. Or any one of a number of pirates already gone. No. The solution is to stick to the undercover operation and determine how much of this is... Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary. And Cricks wouldn't have this... Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer, Shinya Voss, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No. The Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. They haven't seen that much currency. Well, ever. It's imperative. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disaster. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that stuff. You're both dismissed.
Oh, hello. Is something amiss? Back to it.
boarded the key. I can't imagine what state the pirates.
To be where we left it?